Well, I think for me, something that it took me a long time to understand was that when I felt lonely, often it was actually a loneliness for the earth, something that we're cut off from by modern life.
Dartmoor is an ancient, untamed place, shrouded in myth and legend. This 1,000 kilometres squared of ancient moorland was the only place in England in which it was legal to wild camp.
Yeah, for someone who hasn't come here, honestly, it is absolutely as magical and filmic as you imagine it to be. People can come to this space, find their own, area in this glorious park and just connect with nature, just find that stillness, find that space to, lessen the mental load that comes with being so busy, especially in really rural spaces.
Now, there's concern that a High Court ruling banning wild camping without the landowner's permission will put a stop to training for the 10 Tools Challenge or the Duke of Edinburgh Awards scheme on Dartmoor.
Yes, it's a national park, but the land is owned.
Likewise, a sort of fuming, visceral anger that a hedge fund manager with shitloads of money, it can come down here, buy a huge estate and then say, I'm going to ban wild camping.
Red-blooded fury that somebody thought they could come along and take that away from people. What has just been there as a right. And in a place, in a country when there's already so little right to roam, anywhere, to focus on the more, somebody coming in from a very, it triggered all my kind of, all that sense of deep injustice.
Overnight, really, as we got that news, within perhaps 2 hours of the news breaking, we already had 300 people signed up to a rally that we'd kind of quickly put together for the following weekend. The following day, that had gone up to 1,000 people, and we started thinking, wow, this is going to be big. And then by the end of that week, that had gone way above 3,000 people. And on the day, the following weekend, after the court decision, we had 3,500 people gather up on a very remote part of Dartmoor to celebrate the commons, to celebrate the rights which are customary, which we have there in that place, and in defiance of this court ruling.
Hundreds of people have been protesting for the right to wild camp in Dartmoor National Park in the southwest of England. Last week, the UK's High Court ruled that the permission of landowners was required before camping on Dartmoor.
The Dartmoor Preservation Association has been keeping Dartmoor wild and free for 142 years, and it must remain wild and free for everybody forever. Thank you.
And it was in May 2025 that we heard the news, and I was up on Dartmoor because we'd heard that the ruling was going to come in. So I was up on Dartmoor with an ITV and Channel 4 film crew, and I had no idea which way it was going to go. I just knew that the ruling was going to come in. And then live on camera, I was told the Supreme Court has unanimously ruled in favour of Dartmoor National Park Authority to restore the right to wild camp, to retain the right to wild camp on Dartmoor.
So there's that mixture of euphoria and just sort of, oh my God, we won.
When we can come here and have a glorious experience, we connect with the land, the stars, we sleep with our bodies on this beautiful earth. When we have that connection, we feel this landscape is our landscape. That's when we start to feel actually, it's our responsibility to care for it. It's our responsibility to step up for it and to speak out for it.
I think the idea that the ground is actually common to us, that's obviously the topic of the Right to Roam campaign. But it also provides us something in common in that, if you and I say we have nothing in common at all, you don't even like Star Wars, or I don't know, we have opposite favorite colors or whatever it is, we should both have the right to land. We should both have a common ground. Should have a right to be somewhere. And I think what's wonderful about the phrase "the stars are for everyone" is that inbuilt with it is the idea that we should have the right to nature, because without a natural environment, you simply can't see the stars well.
When you look up at the stars tonight, remember that no one can own the cosmos. No fence can hold the heavens, and no line can divide their light. The stars are our common ground, something that connects you and me.
We are under the same star tonight, and the right to roam is our right. We are under the same stars tonight.